Did you know most entrepreneurs hate marketing and run from sales? Not because they can't do it, but because they're doing it in isolation. Rose is here to show you how community changes everything. Rose,
Hello, Selina.
greetings. So let's just jump right in, darling. How do you show up in the world?
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for this question. I show up, me, it's kind of take it or leave it. Yes, this word is redundant, but I'm really authentic. So what you see is what you get. I have a loud voice. I have a French accent. I'm Canadian. And I'm always there to help people. Sometimes even when they don't ask, I have to work on that. But that's how I show up in the world.
Awesome, girl. That happens to me all the time.
Unsolicited advice. I'm joking a bit, but yeah, I'm that person who wants to help all the time. Um, yeah, that's who I am, basically, in one line.
Mm, I love it. I love it. I love it. What do you believe created that sense in you that wants to help all the time, is what I heard.
Selena, coming from for me today. Wow, where it's coming from? It's a that's an interesting question. I'm trying to find the right words. Um, I
You
think I
stay
put
here.
my
Go ahead and spit it out, girl. They don't hear
yeah.
me. Words.
All right. I put myself in other people's shoes. I think I'm a real empath, even though sometimes I can come off rough. Doesn't mean that I'm not empathic. I really always think like, okay, if I had this issue, what would I do? I'm always in this mode. I wouldn't know exactly where it's coming from. That we'll have to go deeper, but yeah, I think there's also an excitement in finding a solution, finding a possibility.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I love that. I love that. So we're talking about how selling without the ick. What is the ick?
I To me, it's like a new word. I'm gonna say a modern word, but it's a feeling, right? It's a ugh, oh, I don't have to do this. I don't want to do it. I don't feel good. It's like itchy almost. So that's a funny hook I found because throughout the years I realized that the entrepreneurs that I work with, they want to show up, they want to be visible, they really want to sell, to be honest. Like
Hmm.
deep down, this is what they want. But I think it's the feeling of being pushy. That's like something they created in their heads, by the way. It's not real. The feeling of discomfort with money. It's all the things around selling and also all the unethical marketing that we used to see in the 90s, for instance. That's the idea that they have, but it's that's the ick. But to me, it's not true because ethical marketing is amazing. Authentic, being real, being truthful is possible. And selling is not a bad thing. Selling is to put your gift into the world. Selling is helping another person. Like we started the conversation with to help someone with your gift. Everybody's unique. Everybody has different talents, and yes, we are in a capitalistic world. We cannot escape from it yet, so we have to sell. But I want people to reframe the selling part. But yeah, that's the ick basically.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So because I feel like in the conversation thus far that marketing and selling are being interchanged. And
Oh,
are they one
yeah.
and the same?
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you, Lord. Yes, thank you because I have actually like a story regarding this, and people will understand. I had an entrepreneur who wanted to work with me, and she understood the service. And at the end, she asked me, okay, but if we work together, can I pay you with the sales, the sales that we will make? And then I realized, oh, wait, not only she doesn't understand marketing, she thought I was a like a sales coach or a seller even. And then I'm like, oh, I think many people think that. And also there was a little psychology thing behind it, if I may. I'm not a psychiatrist. It's just that what I perceived in between the lines was that she doesn't trust the process of the marketing part because most of the time, yes, marketing can be fast if you have certain offers with a specific like momentum. But to be honest, the communication part, which is the branding, it's a long-term game. And I'm super transparent. That's my forte. I'm gonna give you the positioning. I'm gonna help you show up. I'm gonna be there the day on the day to day, but it's gonna take time. I
Right.
have people calling me 3 years later. I have companies calling me 5 years later. I
Hmm.
have a client right now. We've made a campaign back in August. People are contacting her right now. It's been 3 months. So, like there's a misconception with what marketing and communications are and what selling, what their sales part is. And no,
Right.
the selling part is something else. Is the result. To sell is the result from the efforts with marketing and communications, but they are not the same. And in corporations, sometimes the departments kind of are in war because one are is blaming the other one, but they need to work together. So that's the same thing for us, small businesses.
I love that. So, if I can break it down for what I heard in discerning what I heard, marketing is the strategy for your vision and your goals, and happen in it takes it's a long runway versus sales is what is happening in real time, and the strategy is what has happened before, what is currently happening, and in the future, that you reap the benefits of it later versus sometimes, well, it could be now, but it really is like laying the foundation for the selling and all of what you're offering to take shape. That's kind of how I heard it.
I'm gonna take what you said and just thank you. We needed you to say what you think it is, and I'm gonna reframe it actually.
Mhm.
What's a bit not complicated is that people use their term marketing at any sauce. That when you see the real definition, it's basically your product. It's basically where you're gonna sell. It's basically the promotions and the pricing. It's unsexy as what you think it would be. And the other part that is in the marketing is something else called the communication or the branding, if you may. And let's put it that way. The marketing part is the money part, is the product.
Mhm.
And it's like finance. You see,
Right.
finance is kind of a two-way street. There's the highway and the little streets. When you do promotions for a specific time, you can have money in a fast way. But when you do the branding, so if you do a campaign, if you have a awareness campaign which is talking about their brand, this is branding, this is communication, this is the long-term game. Okay, so now I needed to reframe this. But then when we talk about sales, either way, you can make sale. It's the consequences of doing marketing, doing a promotion, sell, and to market. Actually, this is where it's coming from. But yeah, this is how I could separate them for people to understand.
Ashe, ashe. And why marketing? Where did that love for marketing come
Oh my gosh, you're bringing me very, very far. To
from?
make a
That's
long
the
story short.
passion.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I love it. You're a good host. When I was younger, I I had this project. It was a podcast. When podcasts were not popular, so it's kind of odd. Now it's like exploding. I wanted to do a project about the Black communities here in Montreal,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to showcase all the people that I knew around me that were doing positive stuff because back in the days and unfortunately still today, the perception of Black people were that we were not contributing positively, and I wanted to show something different. And I did that without any knowledge, and I created a bunch of you know, what we called communication assets, brand assets. I had a name. I had like cups with the logo. I had a logo without understanding anything. And that's the funny part because I feel that that's how entrepreneurs create their brand. So now I understand where they're coming from, right? Because I was there. But then the result of that project was that I wanted to make money, but it didn't bring the income that I wanted. And then I wonder why. So I reached out to someone that I knew who was a real marketer, and I understood. And then I decided to go study actually. I studied digital communications to be very, very honest, not the full-on marketing, which is, a bunch of years, lots of numbers. So no, I'm like more on the brand side, and I learned marketing still, but yeah, this is where it's coming from. I did things in reverse. I had to experiment first, and then I decided to help people because people were coming to me to get advice, and I prefer to, go work somewhere, understand their basics, understand what I call the mechanic, how it
Right.
works for different organizations or businesses, and then but yeah, thank you for that question. My gosh, it's been a long time.
I love it. Well, this one might really get you going. So, I'm known as the disruptor teacher and coach out here in these streets.
Bring it on.
And I am curious, what did the disrupt her in you have to disrupt?
Selena, you're kidding me. Oh my gosh.
I got you. You're safe here.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I love this question. I do have a disruption story. The thing is, okay, that's a misconception that I saw, and I saw it in non-for-profits. I saw it, you know, in corporations, and I still see it in small businesses. And it's the fact that people think that anybody they should delegate their marketing, like, okay, I'm just gonna delegate it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to understand it. I hate it so much. But I still want magic. I still want results, but I don't want to do anything with it.
Hmm.
And I fell into that trap first when I started because I was doing social media for people, and then I realized that they were asking me to bring sales, but they wanted me to manage social media, and I saw that there was something that didn't make sense, and that's maybe sounds crazy for people who gonna listen to this, I
So what?
realized that
Yeah, go ahead.
I realized that what they really need was first, like, to be clear on their goals and to be clear on what we're saying. And then afterwards, when everything, I'm trying to avoid to say the word strategy here, but yeah, they need something a bit more structured and then to execute. But the disruption is that I don't believe you should delegate first at all. I believe that you should understand marketing not as if you're studying it in university, but at least understanding like where it's coming from, what does it do really, and even try it yourself first. So I think that's the real disrupting thing here. Yes, you need to try it out. You need to test it out by yourself. You need to fail fast, and then when you understand all the mechanic, then you can delegate. That's what I provide as a service provider, as a business partner for my clients. And this is disruptive because I mean the agencies of the world at some point, yes, they do strategy, they also execute, but for small businesses, like they should understand it first. They don't have a marketer in their businesses. I mean, yeah, that's this disrupting part.
So I heard what I heard there is in your if you're a small business, you are the strategy. Is that is, is that realistic, right? Because you're the blueprint. It's all you, more than likely, if you're doing this business. So everything about it comes from you. What is
Yes,
that?
Um, I want to be careful here. I know that to run a business by yourself is very difficult. I don't want to put more pressure into it. However, to me, it's super important that people really understand what they're doing before delegating and not being afraid of asking questions. So that's kind of my point. But yes, it comes from you. The storytelling is your own story. The tone of voice is yours. All those good stuff. But yeah.
Now, so I'm going to ask this question again because I'm that answer was disruption for your client. And I
Right.
want to find out what the disruptor in you had to disrupt. Like, how did you get here? Or what, you know?
Oh my gosh. Hmm. I don't like to say that I'm not good with following orders. Um, but I really do think that I'm on this earth to create my own path. The
Mm-hmm.
disruptor is in me. I actually have my vision is that I think I'm here to help people reframe how they view things, to make them change their perspective. And this is bold and difficult at the same time. Um, so
That's
yeah, I think the disruption is also to give people the courage to be themselves,
yes.
to show up authentically. I know I'm careful here. It can sound redundant. It's just that I really do think that I have a gift. I see things inside of people that they don't even see for themselves. Um, I have people that I've known for more than 10 years. They come to me for some help, and then they have like a epiphany of something that they already knew, right? This is what an insight is. It's like a haha moment or a nugget. But then I bring in upfront. And that this gift sometimes in some organizations can be disruptive. It can be uncomfortable. And I felt that too. And I'm like, I don't know if one day I'll be in a box, you know. I'm like I'm the strategist and the executor at the same time. I don't fit in the strategy department and I don't fit in the account department. I'm both of them, all of them. I had to accept that of myself too. I really wanted to be this pure strategist and
Right.
also on a more personal side, I'm also like a school dropout. I mean, I've been to college, but I didn't finish the whole thing. I was accepted in so many so many like university programs because I am interested in so many subjects. I love sociology, I love psychology, I love the human, I love languages, I love to
Yeah.
learn. But I learn best like in them streets. I feel I had like someone who told me, "Yeah, you're street smart." And I have to accept that, you know? So I think that's kind of the disrupting part. As a black woman in Canada where everybody around me and I love them. I have doctors, I have the engineers, I have the lawyers, like I have them. They are my friends. And to not follow this path is kind of disruptive. I'm this weird artist, you know? So yeah,
Weird,
that's who I
weird,
am.
weird artist is sounds very freeing, extremely magical. It's lived experience. You got receipts, right? Like you've paid your dues, you've spent your time, doing that. And sometimes what I've learned in my 58 years in these streets is lived experience. Life experience is the best teacher. I had someone share with me when my son was small, I was weighing whether to take him out of school to go on a vacation.
Mm.
And she poured into me. She said, he is going to learn more in the world than in any classroom. And it is held tried and true. And he's traveled the world more than I have. And I set it up where you, wherever we go, you have to tell me three things that you've learned to just open and expand his mind because the world is bigger than just your neighborhood, right?
Ah, I
And so
love that.
I love the disruption and the acceptance that I see in you that that is okay because society may have, so here in the US, just speak from my perspective, the American dream, the house, the education, two dogs and a cat, and maybe a couple of children, and all of that. That is heavy and it brings a lot of debt. It's what puts you in a cage, I believe. And it takes a while to get free from that and understand that societal expectations may not necessarily be right for you. And I love that for you that you are charting your own path, you beautiful weird artist. Hold on to that.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank
You
you
are
so much.
welcome. So let's in keeping it there a little bit, I wanna on a personal side, what what are some of the things that have helped you, like um that you could share with others that want to bring out their weirdness or follow a different path and be a disruptor? What are some, were there podcasts, readings, or
Mm.
maybe something that you created that could help someone else?
Amazing. Yes, I'm gonna talk about like specific things that helped me, and of course, I have my own creations. To put you in context, I try to be in that box. I can remember every year when I was saying, okay, this year I'm gonna do this super hard thing. I'm gonna try to go into this company, and to be honest, I was able to go to amazing companies, great. But what comes to that is a lot of pressure, and I burned out. Not because I'm not good, it's because I was not made for those spaces. So there's nothing wrong with the spaces and there's nothing wrong with me. It's just not a good fit. But what
Mhm.
happened is that throughout those burnout, I wanted to learn more about the way that I was thinking. So I have like a podcast that I can share. It's amazing. I believe the name of it is The Anxious Leader. It's from someone who went to Harvard and that realized that her too didn't fit into any boxes. She actually created her own business. And there's many, many episodes with people that are anxious, but that are showing up as leaders on their own. And there was one time someone was saying that, you know, if you want to be with the top of the top, you might have to do like a certain routine that might not fit who you are, or you can
Mhm.
choose something else. And then I
Yeah.
realized that, yeah, there are people like me that are choosing something else, you know, to find their own path and be happy. Isn't what we're on this earth for? So
Yeah.
whatever. So I had this podcast that I really liked. And other things, I went to see coaches, amazing coaches. I had a therapist also, amazing, amazing therapist, and I
Mm-hmm.
understood so much about myself. I basically was trying to hide myself, and every time I tried to hide myself, I was hurting myself actually. So it was like I was fighting against me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm
Exactly.
gonna tell you, I'm the happiest that I ever been because I had to reframe how I see life. I had to reframe how I see business. Things are not perfect. I don't want to like pretend that, oh wow. No, I'm kind of outside the system and it has the fair share of challenges, but I feel like me. I feel aligned. It's a weird feeling to explain.
That's a
Um,
beautiful. I want some.
here. I want
Mhm.
to give it to the world. But yes, these are the things that I done. I've invested in my mental health. That's what I done.
I love that so much for you.
Thank you.
S- Let's talk about that lovely offer. What is the offer that you have for the world?
That's true. I'm an entrepreneur, of course. I love to create products actually, and what I love the most and is talking to people like Selena that I've met only this year, by the way. Can you tell? Um, that's crazy. I feel that we know each other for a long time. Just this year, like not even 6 months. And I love to take insights of conversations. Like I said, I want to help people. I want to be useful. So what happened? Also, I love a little story here. I went to California for the first time for an amazing event. We did not see each other, but we were at the same event. Hello
Yeah,
7, ROI was a great, great event. And then I realized that there were a lot of people that were starting there or that were feeling lost. And they were not the people to take a full-on strategy, but they needed to be in action. So I felt that people were stuck between the ideas and what they actually needed to do, not as if didn't have the information because there's an abundance of, you know, information out there. So I decided to take a group of people and talk about sales and marketing, but not in a like very rigid way, right? So
yeah.
that inspired me to create the Abundance Clarity Circle. So starting January, we will have a group of 8 entrepreneurs. We will work together 3 months at the time, and it's separated in three parts. So first part is workshops, so live workshops on practical knowledge on marketing and sales. And then the second part is uh, a marketing and sales call, group call, so live call. You share your wins, you share your challenges, and we all find solutions together. Of course, I'm gonna manage the call. And the last part is the one-to-one support with me. So anything specific, your stock, I'm gonna help you out. There will be some strategy, not the full strategy, but sometimes people just need to hear a different point of view, and also someone to be there, like in the trenches with you. I'm not gonna tell you like, oh yes, I have an idea, you should do this, and then you don't know how to implement it. You know, I'm gonna bring accountability in the group and also on the one-to-one. So that's what the abundance clarity circle is for.
I love that,
Is
the
about.
abundant clarity circle. You know, I'm all about circles. I love it. I love it. I love that. So where are you at in these streets? How can they find you?
Listen, the best spot to find me is on Instagram. I love this platform because on the story, I'm giving you all the gist, all the truth. Sometimes I'm gonna share the real talk, right? So you can find me there. And also I'm on LinkedIn if ever. Even on LinkedIn, I'm trying to not be too much like corporate. But yeah, I'm on those two platforms. You can find me there.
So you're there as Rose Napoleon, or what's your handle?
So yes, on Instagram it's Abundance Bureau CO, so co because that's the name of my company, Abundance Bureau because opportunity are endless as in business and in life. So that's what's abundance. And on LinkedIn it's my name, it's Rose Napoleon.
Rose Napoleon. It sounds so sexy. I like Miss Rose. Are
Thank
there,
you.
is there anything else that you would like to share that maybe I did not ask?
Thank you. Thank you for this space. Actually, I want to announce if people are ready for that, is that well, the group that I created that we met is actually open for new entrepreneurs. It's a free space. The name of the space is the Sales Debrief. So we will keep having conversations there once a month, starting, well, on December 19th will be the last call of the month, of the year, actually. And it's free. You can come if you are someone who feels alone in their business, if you need advice, if you want to be with people who really care about you and are serious in their businesses also. I really want to bring this up. People that are investing in their business, investing in themselves, but you need to find your squad. Come, it's free. It's open from now on for many entrepreneurs. So yes, that's what I wanted to share in the world.
The sales debrief. That's how we met.
Yes.
Where do they find? How do they get the sales debrief?
So it's a WhatsApp group. If you go on my link in bio in on an Instagram, is the first link actually. So it's very available, and I will do stories also from time to time, so you will see it also.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I need to get in there. I think I'm already in there, but just
You
to double
are
check.
there, Queen.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I love it. I love it. Well, Rose, this has been amazing. Thank you for coming on the show. And before we go, I like to flip the mic. I've
Mm.
been asking you all the questions. Darling, do you have any questions for me?
I would like, yes, I want people. Can you tell people what's the number one reason why people feel stuck in a loop in their lives sometimes? I don't know. Is that what you were expecting?
Uh, I really wasn't expecting anything. Whatever.
Okay, okay.
I learn not to lean into expectations. I believe this is a beautiful question. This happens to be my lane and why people tend to feel stuck. It's because of their beliefs. Their beliefs, more often than not, are holding them back. And they have to decide. Most times they're at a crossroads. They don't trust themselves. They've been looking outward, and all of the answers are inward. Most people don't even want to go inward. They don't want to know what's going on there. They're hiding from themselves. And this is something that I help, especially Miss I Got Time for Everybody Except Myself, understand that you are the answer. You have the answers, and begin to trust yourself. And you do that one step at a time. The other part of that is most want the whole solution. That's not how it works, right? You take the first step. They're ahead of, you're looking ahead when everything is happening right here, right now, in the here and now, and in the presence. So it's really around learning to um, think about, well, what is my first step? You think about all the steps, and you're missing the first step. You can't not move forward until you take the first step. And the first step, the absolute first step, is to make a decision. And that's why people get stuck. They are unable to make a decision that is for them because someone has always either told them one thing, and now they're awakening and they're starting to realize, well, that ain't necessarily true for me. I don't want to do that. We're really good at understanding and knowing what we don't want. And so it is a journey to discover what one does want. And once that happens, it gets easier because you're building and you're strengthening your muscles around understanding what you want and moving in the path to get that. And I am of the belief that your spirit is always conspiring to get you where you're supposed to be. It knows your heart, it knows your dreams, it knows your goals, all of that. And when you're not going in that direction, it'll help course correct you. Sometimes that looks good, sometimes it looks really, really ugly and painful. Yeah, so that's why we get stuck. And sometimes we need support to help us get unstuck. We need a mirror and a reflection to be the catalyst for that to happen.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Well, that's the time, y'all. This has been so yummy and amazing. Rose, thank you for being here. Any
Thank you.
final words before we go?
Girls, ladies who's listening to this is the end of the year. Please take care of yourself, but don't forget that if you have a business, your story is worth to tell. So don't spend time overthinking. Don't spend time staying alone. Even if it's not with me, just find your squad for 2026 and yeah, just work it out step by step and but tell your story.
Tell your story. I love that. Yes, because it's your story to tell. So don't let someone else tell it for you. Y'all know how we do it over here. Until next time, take good care of you.